Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought today it would be fun to look at some of the Amazon bestsellers and let's just see how much money they make just for funsies. For anyone who knows, obviously I'm an Amazon FBA seller. I've done this for almost 5 years and product research is part of just my regular routine. I'm always looking for new products, not necessarily because I want to sell them, but sometimes I will give them away to my students or just on my Instagram or whatever. So I like to just poke around and see which products are making the most money on Amazon to maybe get some inspiration for a product that someone else could sell as a private label seller. So if you're interested in looking and seeing exactly how much money these bestsellers are making, stay tuned. And if you do like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And we're gonna jump right in. All right, we are inside my computer and I'm on Amazon.com, which is the US marketplace, instead of .ca or .mx for some of the other markets in Canada or Mexico. We're going to look directly on .com, the US market, and I went straight to bestsellers, so that's where we are right now. If you're looking for it, you can just click on that tab button on the left-hand side and then click on bestsellers. So we're going to go ahead and look by category. So they default to show us the bestsellers in clothing, shoes, and jewelry. I normally don't sell products in these categories, nor do I recommend selling products that are clothing items or shoes or jewelry items, but that is what we're being shown first. I'm not surprised that the #1 seller is Crocs. Now, obviously, Crocs are not private labeled. Crocs are like a big legitimate brand. They've got their own stores. They're sold in many in-person retailers. So this is not a private label, but I'm going to go ahead and click on them anyway because I'm curious to see. This is the #1 bestseller in this category. So they are making bank. I am looking at Helium 10, and Helium 10 is the product research tool that I recommend to anyone starting on Amazon. Incredibly powerful tool that will help you find products to sell on Amazon. It'll show you all of the numbers and data on the back end, like what I'm about to show you right now. So go ahead and click on the link in my description for a discount to go ahead and get Helium 10. You won't regret it. It is incredible, the types of things that you can see using this tool. So I'm going to go to my Google Chrome extension with Helium 10, and I'm going to click on X-Ray, which helps you with Amazon product research. And we are going to see how much money Crocs are making on Amazon every single month. And this is going to be in revenue. So let's see what numbers we are going to get. Let's give it a second to go ahead and load up. We are almost there, and boom. All right. #1 seller, golly. Okay, first of all, I looked at the wrong column at first. I was looking at the sales column and I'm like, oh, $107,000. That doesn't seem like a lot for the #1 seller in clothing. Whoa, okay, I was looking at the wrong column, honey, because look over here at revenue. Goodness gracious. All right, so they are making incredible money, $3.4 million in a month on Amazon. So obviously, you know, these big retailers, though they don't need to sell on Amazon, it's in their best interest to sell on Amazon, right? People who are looking for this shoe, they might not have a Crocs store near them. They might not have a mall near them. They might not have a retailer who has this product, but they have Amazon. So they know if they go on Amazon, that's going to be the fastest way for them to get access to the product they're looking for. So if you're a big retailer and you're not selling on Amazon, you're almost doing yourself a disservice because you're leaving quite literally millions of dollars on the table by not doing so. So Crocs gets it. They're on Amazon. I'm very interested to look at their listing because I don't know if it's going to be great. I don't know if it's going to be mediocre, but making incredible money here on these Crocs, which is just insane. So what I am assuming is that these are different variations of the Crocs because we see different numbers as far as the revenue goes. So this one, for example, is 3.4 million. This is 3.18 million. So I'm actually going to click on it to see if my suspicion is correct. These are the black ones, and these are also the black ones. Okay, so I see where the difference is. So I was thinking that the difference was going to be in color, but actually the difference is in the size. So this is for a women's 4 or a 2 in men's. So maybe those are kid sizes. And then that other one was for a women's 9, men's 7. So that's the difference that we're seeing. So not only are they making $3.4 million off of black Crocs, that's just one size of the black Crocs, okay? These are all different sizes. So we could sit here and spend a lot of time trying to add up how much money Crocs are making on Amazon. But if we just go ahead and look at the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's just, I mean, there's more, but let's just look at the first 12 listings. If they're doing even $3 million, obviously some of them are quite a bit higher, but even if we minimize it and say 3, and we have 12 listings that are doing at least $3 million a month, they're doing at least $36 million, and that's not even counting all of the listings. Look at how many more are here. Oh snap, look, when we get into the colors, oh, 5 million. 5 million on blue Crocs. Like, the resurgence of Crocs needs to be studied in textbooks. Like, it's absolutely mind-boggling to me that they have been able to be a brand of shoe that people literally made fun of to now being this, I'm sure, billion-dollar brand. I mean, there's no way they're not doing $1 billion if on Amazon alone they are doing these types of numbers. Look at this listing here. $6.9 million from selling these peach pink Crocs. Like, I'm sorry. This is just, even like, I sell on Amazon, guys. I look at numbers all day long. Even I am blown away. This is like just nuts. $5.8 million selling lime green Crocs. Like, can y'all believe these numbers? It is 8 mil. Okay, you might think I'm being dramatic, but I don't think y'all understand me. This is in 1 month. $8 million in revenue off of one variation of your product is insane. Insane. All right, I'm gonna stop like gushing because I'm in awe. Like, I can't fathom these types of numbers, but I'm also just like, this is incredible. I mean, wow. Okay, we've got another $7 million listing here. Oh, I have these. I've got this color. So on and so forth. I mean, wow, 7.4 milli off of these hot pink Barbie Crocs. Insane. The yellow, 8 million. Teal, 8 million. Ooh, I think this is the highest one we've seen so far. The red ones are doing 8.6 million. Sheesh. Okay, I want to see if any are okay. I think the red ones are the winner of the highest selling Crocs. This is, I mean, it's funny to me, right? Like, to be able to have a business and a product that does these types of numbers, and it's such a simplistic product. I mean, these are just shoes, right? And they're not like sneakers with a crazy intricate design. It's rubber shoes with holes in them. Like, if this doesn't inspire you to want to make money on Amazon, I don't know what does. Because this alone should let you know the sheer number of people who shop on this website. That a company is able to sell a red plastic shoe and make $8 million a month in sales. Psh, that's nuts. The reach of Amazon is just like unheard of. So anyway, child, I did not mean to go down this Croc rabbit hole, but the Crocs are absolutely destroying it on Amazon right now, and I'm really not surprised. Okay, so that is the #1 bestseller, and now we can see why. Absolutely crazy numbers. Okay, so next we've got women's bikini brief underwear. That I'm not as shocked about. It's just, I mean, everyone wears underwear, so that makes perfect sense. Let's go ahead and see here. These are basic men's t-shirts. Let's see here. Pillow slippers. Okay, these are just like slides for the house. This one I'll go ahead and click on because this seems to be an actual private label. When I say a private label, I mean it's not a big brand, right? Like Crocs is a big brand. Amazon Essentials is Amazon's brand. Gildan, I'm not sure if that's a private label or not, but I'm going to go ahead and use this one as an example, this Bronax, because I've never heard of it before and I'm not quite sure if it's a private label. One way that we can check to see if it's a private label is by going to their storefront and doing a little bit of research here. Okay, these are cute. They kind of give croc, no? This is like a crocky look on these sandals. And maybe that is strategic. Maybe they're tapping into the desire for these kind of comfy slides, especially since currently it's still the summertime. So that's actually very smart marketing if they see the success of the Crocs and then making almost a competitor. I don't know that it would be a direct competitor, but something similar. I don't think is a bad idea at all. Also these bubble slides, which are interesting looking. And then these double buckle slides. Pretty cute. And then they've got a bunch of other shoes as well. But one thing that I want to point out is that this brand is all about shoes. They don't sell any other random unique product outside of these shoes. And I think that that's good as far as branding goes. You kind of want to sell things that are similar to one another so people can recognize your brand as a shoe brand, instead of just a brand that sells all types of random things. So I think they're doing a pretty good job here. Let's go back to the listing and see how much money they're making. And I believe these were the number 5 or 6 bestsellers on Amazon. So I'm gonna go back to the listing and let's use Helium 10 to see how much money they're making out of sheer curiosity. Let's see what's going on here. Give it a second to go ahead and load up and show us the numbers. Now this is going to be similar to the Crocs where we're going to have multiple listings because of the differences in the colors and the designs and all of that. So we'll see. Oh, actually, no, we're not. We're seeing all of the same numbers here. Let me look at something real quick. Okay, we're seeing all the same numbers because they've got the variations all within the same listing. So remember how when we looked at the Crocs, I'll just scroll back, they were all black, even though they had different sizes, they were all still black. This one, they've got the different colors here. So we're seeing everything all together in one. So let me go ahead and pull it back up. I don't want any of you to be confused. So just wanted to go ahead and clarify that, but we can see the revenue on these shoes, $2.15 million a month. So over the course of a year, they are clearing over $24 million on these basic slippers, which is, I mean, incredible. I think that that's super impressive. Down here, we can see a little bit of variation in the revenue. So that's just for the one listing that had all of those colors that I just showed you. But some of the other individual listings they have even better numbers, like 2.6 million or 2.5 million. These might be just for different sizes. So it's very impressive that they're able to have these types of numbers. And this is how you can see, I talk about it sometimes in my videos, that doing variations of a listing can really be an easy way to make a lot more money. If you're seeing success with one color, then you can go ahead and do another color. If you have one design, you can do a similar design or different patterns, just, different ways to switch it up a little bit to cater to more people so that you're kind of widening your audience. So I think that they're doing a great job. I'm not shocked that they're making so much money, and that is great for them. So let's go ahead and scroll and see here. We've got, and I apologize if y'all hear my son in the background. He is downstairs playing with his grandma and living his best life. So he doesn't know how to be quiet. Screaming is his specialty. He's 3 years old. So anyway, please forgive me. So let's go ahead and look at some other categories. This is bestsellers in the category of unique finds. And I'm not going to click on this because these seem to be supplements, and I don't ever recommend selling supplements as a beginner on Amazon. You can definitely look at these numbers if you'd like, but I'm going to skip over supplements for now. We've got electronics, we've got AirTags, we've got AirPods. I'm also going to skip over this because that's all Apple. And obviously Apple is a very well-known brand. We know why people are buying it because people are loyalists to that company. So it's not a shock. We've got Amazon Fire Stick. I mean, these are all things that are very popular products. Now, This actually, I was going to skip over it, but this looks like it would be a private label. I've never heard of this brand before. It looks like it was frankly made in China because it probably was. And I'm going to click on their storefront. Oh man, that boy is doing the most. Okay, so they sell all electronic items. So like different variations of outlet plugs and USB ports and all of that. That is their whole brand, which is good that it's all similar items. Let's go ahead back to the listing and look at how much money they're making. Let's see here. We'll click on X-ray again and pull up the numbers. They are doing $176,000 per month, which isn't super impressive to me if I'm being honest, but this isn't the only thing that they sell. They've got their other items as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were clearing over $1 million a month, you know, between all of their products. But for this specific one, almost $177,000 a month, which is not bad. So that is that on that wall charger. Let's go back and see if we can find other products here. And I'm just looking for something that might be more interesting. This is in beauty and personal care, snail mucin, some type of a serum with like snail grease, snails, snail, what would I call that? It's not mucus, but whatever a snail makes. Y'all get what I'm saying. Let's click on it and see real quick. I'm interested if this is a private label. I've never heard of this brand either, so I tend to lean towards this being a private label. But of course, I'm not going to know every brand to ever exist, so I can't just assume. But looking at their storefront, I would guess that this is a private label, and they are doing a pretty good job. It looks like they do all skincare, which is great. They're not selling random items. They've got even pimple patches, which is a little bit of a different type of product. It's not necessarily a topical like cream or anything like that, but it still is for skincare. So it still matches with their brand and what they try to sell. So I think this is pretty on point as far as marketing goes. They are, you know, kind of showcasing their products. They've got models and lifestyle photos, it looks like. So this is pretty solid as far as the branding goes. Let me scroll back and let's go ahead and see how much money they're making. We'll use X-ray again, our trusty dusty X-ray tool, and let's go ahead and see. Ooh, interesting. They do not have data for this. I'm not quite sure why. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. We might have to check back at another time. And if you guys are using Helium-10 and you look it up, then you'll be able to see the numbers yourself. But for some reason, we're not getting data right here. And I don't want to waste too much time. Normally when this happens, it's because there's not enough data. So maybe this is a newer product, but it can't be because there are already 41,000 reviews. So there's no way it's new. And this is something that I might just come back and check on at a later time just to see what the numbers are like. I'm sure they're doing great. I mean, you don't get 40,000 reviews by selling no product. They're doing just fine. So let's go ahead and see here. This is a lash serum, and this is a product that I actually looked at selling when I first started on Amazon, and I was very attracted to it because some of these lash serums were selling for 50 bucks a pop, $70 a pop at the time, and it's so small and compact, so very lightweight and tiny, so I knew that the fees would be minimal. So I was very interested in this product, but it was very competitive, so that's the reason I never launched it. But this listing is not that great. It's kind of basic as far as photography goes, but they have over 340,000 ratings and reviews, which means that this product is absolutely slaying, but they're only selling for $4.99. Out of curiosity, let's see how much money they are making, because they're selling a lot of product, I would assume, especially at such a cheap price point, $5. That's very low commitment. So I'm sure that people are buying at a very high rate. And as we suspected, doing incredible numbers, 223,000 just about here, and then $668,000 down here. Okay, so this is 1 versus 2. And this makes perfect sense because this is only 1 and it's $4.99. This has 2, which is interesting that they're selling it for 3 times the price, even though you're only getting double the product. So you would get 1 extra lash. Oh, it's mascara. I'm saying lash serum. Sorry, you guys. It's mascara. You're getting 3 mascaras for $15 if you just buy 3 individually instead of buying the 2-pack. So I'm not quite sure why they did it this way, but whatever. It's their product, not mine. But we can see that they're making, you know, a good amount either way. So that's good for them. We are good with that product. Let's go back and see what other types of bestsellers are doing pretty well on Amazon. So we can actually pick our own categories now instead of going with what they showed us by default. So why don't we look at home and kitchen, which is one of my favorite categories, and see what is selling well here. We've got sheets, we've got ant unaliver, we've got water bottles, we've got fly traps. Ooh, that's an interesting product. I've never seen that before. And I think a lot of these are seasonal products, right? Like ants tend to come out in the summertime. Water bottles, I'm sure, sell all throughout the year, but probably a bit more in the summertime when people are trying to stay hydrated outside and all of that. The fly catcher, let's see, the Stanley cups, of course. You know what? Let's look and see how much the Stanley cup is making because I feel like it's so viral right now, especially on TikTok. Everyone is thirsty for these Stanley bottles. Thirsty, literally and figuratively. Let's see how much money they're making. I'm sure they are doing very well with how many people have been talking about these. And it's really incredible to me. It's really incredible to me that you can sell a water bottle at this price point. I mean, it just really goes to show the power of marketing because these water bottles you can get on Amazon for literally $5-10, but Stanley, because of their branding, they're able to sell it for even up to $60 for a water bottle. It is very, very interesting. So let's see how much money they are making. Oh, we actually cannot see the sales. Dang, I was very curious about how much money they're making, but it looks like that data is not there. In my brain, there's no way they're doing less than $2 million a month on Amazon alone. There's just none. Good for Stanley, whoever owns that brand. They must love it. Okay, so actually here we can look at another water bottle, which, by the way, you guys, water bottles are on my list of products to avoid. Check my other YouTube videos. I might put one in the iCard right here, but water bottles, top of the list of terrible products, so please don't sell this. But either way, I'm just curious to look at another water bottle because this is a fairly basic product. Let's see if we can see some data for how much money they're making by clicking on X-Ray, because they do definitely seem to be a private label. I've never heard of this brand either. We'll just confirm by going to their storefront after we look at the numbers. I'm just curious about how much. Oof. You know what? There might be maybe a little glitch, or maybe some of the information isn't populating. I have been having issues with my computer, so I wonder if that's why we're not able to see the sales for all of these. So I apologize for that. But again, this is all information that you guys can look up on your own. So go ahead and get Helium-10 and you can look it up on your own time. Sorry, it's not populating right now. But water bottles that are top sellers definitely make a lot of money because it's such, an essential product for so many people. So it makes perfect sense that they would sell really well. So with that being, okay, let's look at this one as our last product. I thought we would end it there, but This is another kind of viral product that I've been seeing, these mini fans that are portable. You can kind of take them to a concert, a festival, anywhere outdoors or even indoors if you get hot easily. It's very compact. I like the way that they're designed so that you can kind of fold them and have them fit into a small bag or in your pocket or whatever. So they've got variations of this product, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors. And I'm 99% sure that this would be a private label as well. It looks like they do all types of electronic products, including different types of fans. Looks like some headphones, maybe are those cameras? I'm not sure. Okay, I think they're just different types of fans. I thought they were headphones, but it's really a fan that you can wear around your neck. Interesting. Okay, that's not a bad idea. So they've got a bunch of different types of products here. Let's go back and hopefully we can see numbers. If we do, we're going to end this video on a strong note. Come on, baby. Give us some numbers. Amen. We got some numbers. Okay. Wow. Are y'all as shook as I am? $4 million selling a mini fan? Like, I love selling on Amazon because look at how much money you can make selling these products. It's just wild to see. So $4 million selling that pink version. This one is doing $4.5 million, this brown version. I'm very surprised that the brown version is outselling the pink. That's interesting to me. And then we've got this like minty green color outselling all of the other variations. But they are absolutely, wow, doing incredibly well on Amazon. They're doing, over $15 million a month selling mini fans on Amazon, which is incredibly impressive. Obviously, they've got really high reviews, 46,000, but still either way. So just as I was wrapping up the video, you guys, my camera ran out of space, and so I'm just coming back to wrap it up. But either way, I just wanted to say that this is kind of a cool way to get some inspiration for different products. When you see, one, how much money you can make and which products are selling really well. This is not me here saying to go and try to sell plastic sandals on Amazon or try to sell any of the products that I said, but it does give you a place to kind of jump off from and go down a rabbit hole. Now you can explore further these different niches and see maybe if there is an opportunity for maybe not mini electronic fans, but just mini manual fans. Is there a demand for a product like that? It just kind of gets the wheels turning so that you have a place to go from. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you did like the video, again, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.